let's kind of switch gears a little bit to the defense side of the ball for a little bit. We didn't talk a lot of defense last week because the defense performed so well. They're highly touted coming into the season, supposed to be at a minimum. The front four are supposed to be the best in college football this year. Maybe the front seven, arguably. Kind of our back end is a little bit questionable, if you will. Our cornerbacks, not so experienced, not so highly touted coming into the season. But the defense didn't perform up to the Clemson standard today, I don't think. And you guys can go around the horn. What do you guys think the problem with the defense was today?
I guess I'll start with, I think maybe the short time, definitely. They spent a lot of time on the field against Georgia Tech. They really did. And there was no exception today. They spent a lot of time on the field against Furman. And that'll definitely put a wear and tear on your body. Tyler Davis, I'm pretty sure, was a late scratch to the game. So he didn't even see the field. I did, as a bright spot for the defense today, regardless of how many yards they gave up, it was really fun to see the corners get out there and hit people. Fred Davis and Makumba and
Malcolm Green. I saw Malcolm Green out there a good bit.
Yeah,
Malcolm Green punched out a turnover
not
today.
Shying away from contact. They're out there hitting those big running backs. Furman or not, those running backs were big.
200.
I definitely enjoyed seeing them get out there and do that because that's going to pay dividends in the end. Having that help when you need it, but they still need to focus on their coverage. I think there was too many easy covers, albeit maybe lazy or just caught out of position. But there were some there that they definitely should have stopped.
Screenplays. They gave up. I think we hit like 30-12. Yeah, that 30-12 screenplay, I was like, they had a backed up, and then they gave them a long screenplay to the running back, and there was nobody in the area. The Simpson was just so fast, he ran them down. Carter had a nice INT. I mean, yeah, we got a lot to work on. I know we got a couple weeks. I see Sam Hartman is back from Wake Forest, so that's going to be a little bit better game than what we think.
Hey, he looked like he never left.
Yeah, he looked good today.
Right.
Jordan, what do you think? What do you think was going on with the defense today?
I think the defense was. I think they played a little too loose, a little too fast and free, where they kind of abandoned a lot of the fundamentals. They got tricked a lot. I know Dabo mentioned it being a short week, and I'm sure that definitely had something to do with it. They saw some stuff they weren't really prepared for. But it just felt like there wasn't. It felt like there wasn't a whole lot of adjustment. It felt like the same things were getting them. I didn't. I thought that, especially on those screen plays, it was like we were sending like 6, 7 guys, and nobody was there to pick up the screen. And I wish someone would tell Wes Goodwin that you don't have to send the house on every third down.
Right. They kind of kept hitting us with those swing passes, right? Like, yeah. And they went forever.
Right.
It's not you're not going to catch them off guard if you do it every time.
Right. Yeah. No. It's the no risk it, no biscuit, mantra. Like, it's cool. I get it. That's cool. But like, you also gotta, situationally, you got to be a little bit more cognizant that, hey, the coaches on the other side of the field aren't stupid. And they dial up. They have plays for when you get too over aggressive. So you got to be prepared for that. I thought in the secondary, I was kind of disappointed in how many free releases we gave. I felt like we just sat back in zone, and then when we and gave up easy completions, and we gave up a lot of inside release. Like we got burnt on some slants. It was Furman was kind of killing us and with some RPOs and stuff. So I want to see our DBs get more physical and kind of not give up that short stuff so easily. because it felt like just whatever they wanted, in the short to intermediate game, they could have it, especially on the sidelines. Those quick outs and stuff, and obviously the slants over the middle were bad too. So just like DeAndre said, just all in all, a lot to clean up. I don't. This wasn't a concerning performance for me from the defense. I'm not there yet, but definitely a lot to look at in the film room this week.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think it's a concerning performance, but I do think it's something that the defense can learn a lot from. Coming into the game, me personally, I thought we would see a lot of disruption from our defensive line. And really, we did not see very much of that from our defensive line. There wasn't a lot of pressure on the quarterback. And when they did get pressure, we didn't get a lot of sacks. And the quarterback was able to escape contain at times. He was able to turn broken plays into first downs a lot of times. What do you guys see on the defensive line? Why were they not as effective as we would think? The most elite defensive line heading into the season anyway. Well, that's what they were touted as. Why weren't they as effective as we would think they would be against a team like Furman?
As I said before, Tyler Davis wasn't on the field. That's a big loss there. And also, the game plan seemed to be to rotate out guys pretty quickly. Every 3 or 4 plays, you had a whole brand new defensive line out there. And I think with Coach Goodwin being the new defensive coordinator, I think he's trying to figure out that perfect rotation, and they just haven't figured it out yet. Figure out who works well with who. That way you can get everybody the maximum amount of rest. I really think that's just it there. They use this game to try out a bunch of things they wouldn't any other time because they know that the defense is good enough to bend and not break.
Right.
That goal line stop by the second team defense was definitely another bright spot with the defense. Watching the second team go out there and just stop their first team on the goal line. Furman or not, that's not an easy task. I mean, regardless, getting down there and getting that work in. I think it was a lot of trying new things. I think it was a lot of not quite having that rotation down. And I mean, when Tyler Davis isn't in there, that's an extra person to block somebody.
Yeah, and I just think getting rid of the ball fast, all Furman out, not hanging on to the ball, and like you look at a similar offense, you're gonna see that for Florida State. Quick passes, definitely. And he's the first time defensive coordinator. He's gonna work on it. I think he's gonna get better, but these Louisiana Tech and Furman supposed to be what we call practice games to get ready for the next 2 coming games, and we're gonna have to be ready because you got 2 experienced quarterbacks coming, and if we don't have our defensive line at top peak, we're gonna be in some trouble. I don't excuse me 1 second. I know this is enough to do the conversation. A&M just lost. I don't know if y'all saw that.
Yeah, I did see that.
They just lost to App State?
Yep. Chase Bryce gets him a W.
All the North Carolina fans are coming out the woodwork right now. See, App State was good.
Yeah. Hey, well, honestly, if I were them, I'd do the same. It was like, hey, well, at least we didn't lose to them. That we weren't ranked. A&M is ranked in the top 10, so at least we came out with the W in the end. But